So this I'm sure is a very meaningful moment for you to be here talking about your friend. Coming to Anjali. Now what people do know is that Anjali grew up with Rachna. And for a lot of people here from Milwaukee, when they said Rachna, in the same breath, they said Anjali. It's like Beavis and Butthead. I'll let you figure out who's who. But these two are the original chuddy buddies. They've known each other since they were in diapers. I'm sure if we could delve into their relationship, there would be a lot of very funny stories to tell, but that's not my job, that's hers. So I'm gonna hand over to Deepa and Anjali to take you through their stories of Rachna.
As Vivek said, I have known Rachna her entire life, and nearly all of mine. Or said differently, we are chuddy buddies. I can't remember the first time we met, because I was only 5 months old. But there's not a phase in my life that I can look back on without thinking of Rachna. Louder? Sorry. Louder, DJ. I know Rachna has played a special part in the lives of so many of us here tonight. And this weekend, as we gather to celebrate the special transition in Rachna and Rishi's relationship, I am sure your hearts, like mine, are overwhelmed with memories of Rachna. As kids, I remember how Rachna and I would do art projects in our makeshift treehouse in her front yard, and then run to the corner and try and sell them, but not with much luck. And I remember how we would pretend we were sisters, Alex and Ashley, who owned A&A's antique shop, weekend after weekend. And I remember the strong-willed little girl who managed to avoid vegetables for the first 10 years of her life, and instead survived on rice, yogurt, and chicken tikka, despite the fact that Auntie was a dietitian. And I remember the Indian dance performances we did year after year at every function, fair, and festival in Milwaukee, and all the makeup our mothers slathered over our faces. But most of all, I remember the little girl whose unwavering friendship and constant companionship was the reason that I never longed for a sibling. Even though Rach and I went our separate ways for college, after our 18 years in Milwaukee together, Rachna has always remained a trusted advisor and confidant. And I have been able to see her grow into an extraordinary person she is today. I came to know her as a generous comrade who, no matter where she was, whether in Ann Arbor, in Spain, in Delhi, in Washington, or New York, managed always to look after her friends. And I came to know her as someone who set her own path and inspires others to follow their own dreams and never settle. And all of us came to know the bright, bold woman who went to London in search of new experiences and adventure, and in doing so, found her best friend and lifelong companion. Rach, I feel so very lucky that you are my friend and sister. And Rishi, I assure you, you have found the most perfect woman.
Yeah.
As you both move forward to the next stage of your lives, I hope you know that everyone in this room will be with you, rooting with you. And today we wish you a life filled with love, laughter, happiness, and adventure. Congratulations.
Hard act to follow. So I want to apologize to Rachna because she has had the misfortune of being my best friend for almost 10 years now. And the reason I say that is because when we met 10 years ago, I was about 4 decades behind her in terms of maturity level. So she has been forced to endure watching me grow up for a very long time. But the thing about Rachna, what I love about her, is she hasn't just watched me. She's constantly encouraging me to be a better person. And I think that's because, like Anjali said, she never settles for anything with herself. She always wants the best for herself and won't put up with anything else. But what's really unique is that while she's always encouraged me to be the best that I can be, she's always made me feel completely loved and accepted for myself, which is something that I don't think any friend could ever do better for you. And I think as a result, I'm a better person for knowing her, and I love her for that. And I obviously want the best for her, and I'm very happy that she's found Rishi because I do believe he is the best that she could ever have. And I think the moment that I realized that is when he was trying to find an engagement ring for her. Because those of you who don't know her very well, she's rather unconventional and couldn't even decide if she wanted a ring in the first place. So trying to find the perfect ring for the girl who doesn't even know if she wants a ring is not really the easiest thing to do. But Rishi persevered and tried every option he could think of, from earrings to pendants to multiple rings to rings of different stones to banners in the clouds, I don't know, everything he could think of. But just watching how much he tried, how much effort he put forward in that, I just know he's going to try that hard in their relationship, and I know she will. So I know they're going to be incredibly happy, and I couldn't be happier for them. So congrats.